Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Atheist Sunday School.
How are you guys?
Your one-stop shop for everything Sunday.
And school, atheist.
Yes, we had this conversation before, but it's not any more elegant or fluid now. I don't know how you guys didn't pull that off.
Nothing we ever do is elegant or fluid.
So did you want it to sound intentionally bad and jerky?
Yeah.
Okay, 100 points.
100 points. Okay, whose question is it first?
Not mine.
Yours.
Damn it. All right. All right. How many atoms are there in a drop of water?
110 billion.
What's your answer?
100 trillion.
No.
Aww.
But yours is closer.
Yay!
The answer is 6 sextillion.
You're sure I wasn't right?
I mean, you got closer, but you were still wrong.
What is a
sextillion, huh? That's a
wow.
lot.
Yeah.
It's more than I wanted to have in my drop of water.
All right. What's...
Is this an average?
Yeah.
Couldn't there just be like a huge drop somewhere in space?
Yeah?
Are we accounting for those?
Well, there's a very small...
Well, then there's a lot of those.
Then there are a lot of small drops, too.
Oh,
It's an average. Fuck off.
He
All right.
got me. Can I still have 100 points?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah, it's your turn next.
What?
While we wait for people to join in.
Yeah.
What is the name of Luigi's secret evil identity?
Is it Wario?
It's not Waluigi, is it?
No. Do you guys give up?
Secret identity?
Yeah.
Is it, you said evil?
His evil secret identity.
Could be anyone.
Mm.
Even Bowser.
Does he even have?
Mm-hmm.
He does?
It's
Okay.
canon.
It's canon.
Oh, okay. I have no idea.
Yeah, sorry, I had to give up.
It's Mr. L.
Oh,
featured in
yeah.
Super Paper Mario.
That's right. I never played it, but I know about it. Damn. Okay. I guess I have a question. What was the tallest land mammal
Ever?
ever?
Fucking shit, was it like a bronchosaurus?
That's definitely not a land mammal.
Oh, that's right. Right, land
You
mammal.
have to make an accurate...
Come on, try again.
Right, a land mammal.
Yeah,
Okay.
land mammal.
Is it a giraffe?
No.
Okay.
It's a good guess, though.
I'm gonna guess King Kong of the famed Skull Island.
Wow. No, that's fake.
Oh.
But
No, it's
they
real.
were related to giraffes. They died off. They were like taller giraffes.
Okay, a taller giraffe.
giraffe.
Should have guessed taller giraffe. I'm sorry. I don't know the name.
Wow.
What
It's
if
100
we
points.
actually got it right?
But if you
He wouldn't even have known.
fuck if I know. You're not supposed to get the 100 points. It's like
Ugh.
the joke. Welcome everybody.
Yeah, it
Yes.
looks like we have
7
some viewers. All right.
Great,
Everyone, today we are reading from the Bible.
Yes, I know this was really unexpected, but we decided to read from the Bible today
Yeah. No one saw
on
it
this
coming.
episode of Atheist Sunday School.
For the first time.
All right, we are reading chapters 12, 13, and 14.
And these are some big ones, so get ready for
These are some very
non-stop, except when we stop, action.
Yes. These are some very important chapters, actually. They talk about a lot of stuff. The Passover, the last plague, the Exodus, crossing the Red Sea, all that shit is in here. This is very important.
So we got the tides breaking behind us, the Red Sea's parting.
It's the parting of the Red Sea.
It's been parted.
Yes, in this picture that we have back here.
Yes, this is a photograph.
I part my hair a
Absolutely a
little differently
photograph.
for the occasion.
Now,
There we
as
go.
tourists.
It's a big tourist trap. And then just as soon as they got out of the Red Sea and it closed, everybody in there died.
Yeah.
Including the tourists.
Including the tourists. What a trap.
Yeah.
Oh, those poor tourists.
That was fucking awful.
Literal tourist trap.
Yep. But remember, guys, if you like what we do, we got that new shirt.
Yes,
our Behold t-shirts.
Behold t-shirts. They're great. They're more than good.
Yeah, just so check out our Teespring store. Links in the description. All right.
I guess we can get started now.
So we're starting with chapter 12 of Exodus. I'm using the King James Version of the Bible.
And I am using the English Standard Version of the Bible.
I'm reading the Holy Scriptures according to the Jewish Publication Society of America, etc.
All right.
And this is the Oxford Companion to the Bible.
And Lawrence has read a lot of stuff other than that too, so he's helpful. And Chris is here.
Hey.
Yeah. Chapter 12. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for a house. What a ridiculous way to say that.
Yeah. A lamb for a household is what mine says.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have lamb for a household.
And if the household be too little for this lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man, according to his eating, shall make your count for the lamb.
What if you have like one really fat dude?
Oh,
that can
He gets
like
a really
three
fat.
lambs?
Yeah.
No, he just gets a really fat lamb. See?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's retarded.
Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats, and ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. So here's your ritual instructions for animal sacrifice in the Bible.
Yeah, you gotta get a lamb for every person in the house, or however much someone can eat.
Yeah.
And maybe round up to be safe.
Yeah.
You put them out on January 10th.
Yes.
And you take them down on January 14th, and then you get the entire congregation together to ritually slaughter it.
Is it January?
No.
No. It's the what month do they celebrate the Passover? I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know the Hebrew months. Why would anyone ever know the Hebrew months?
I thought you guys were both from Jewish households.
Yeah. And
it's like the years.
Hey, I didn't pay attention to any of the Christian stuff. All right, that's fine. This is all new to me. All right.
Well, anyways, there's this celebration. They're just for 3 days. You got to keep this thing for 3 days, and then you kill it.
Yep. And
at dusk.
And it has to be a male that's 1 year old, and it can't have any blemishes.
Yeah. It's got to be one really sexy lamb.
Yeah. The best lamb.
I have the best lambs.
Is this going anywhere?
I was making a Trump joke.
And they shall take...
Sorry, I hit a wall. It's really big.
Okay. My wall is bigger than your wall.
Best wall. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the 2 side posts and on the upper door posts of the houses, wherein they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden it all with
Water?
water, but roast with fire.
Got it.
They're telling you how to cook things. This is useful.
Hey,
Don't make it into a stew.
I'm learning.
Gotta roast it.
This reminds me of this Japanese show you and I watched yesterday,
Yeah.
where they just said it was just like a pseudo game show where it didn't matter if they got points or not, and then they'd
Yeah.
occasionally go to it or back to the restaurant, and it was just about how to eat. What was it?
It was about
Fry-
fried food. in
What
Japan.
was that fried food
how
called?
to-
How do you eat fried food in Japan?
Tempura.
Tempura.
And
yeah.
they went into detail.
What should you eat
about
first? What do you
part
dip
of
in?
The food should you eat first?
Yeah.
Should you put salt on the head?
Or should you
Yes.
put
Or the
diced
tail?
radish on there and then dip it?
The answer is always salt.
No, dude. There's all sorts of
No,
shit.
the answer is always
And
salt.
apparently you always start with the seafood part,
the answer
right?
is always salt.
No.
You always put salt on everything.
Look, I
if you don't have
guarantee
salt,
you're
just settle
salty.
for soy sauce.
You're just salty. That's salt anyways, you fool. Have you read how much salt is in soy sauce? It's salt.
A delicious amount.
You just like that taste. I get it. Okay.
I want some Japanese fried food.
Yes,
Yeah.
tempura would be interesting. But more importantly, this sounds kind of like how that's prepared. Like it's like, this is the appropriate way of doing all of these things.
Yeah.
You know, you could do it all of these other ways, but you shouldn't. Okay. All right, keep going.
His head with his legs and with the pertinence thereof. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand.
I'm sorry. You said your loins
Loins.
what?
Girded.
Girded? I
G-I-R-D.
have with your belt fastened.
I think that's the same thing.
Yes,
Yeah, Japanese food's pretty cool.
with your loins girded.
Use soy sauce like salt.
And ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover.
So eat it like you've never eaten anything before, like your Thanksgiving dinner kind of deal, almost
Eat
gorge.
so much.
Gross.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I found out recently?
Yes.
And since we already skipped this, we'll never get back to it. So I just want to mention it now because I read it recently.
Okay, sure. What's up?
So the flood story. What's really interesting is that there in the one flood story in the Bible, there are two flood stories. You can separate out the verses, and you can clearly tell that two different authors wrote two flood stories. Like
That was a while ago, yeah.
One of them calls God God, or he actually calls him
Lord.
one calls him Elohim, and then the other one calls him Yahweh.
Right.
And you can split these two stories. So you have two different flood stories.
Merged.
Yes.
That's creepy.
It's really cool.
Huh.
Sorry.
I hope one day nobody takes something I write and just merges it with somebody else's stuff.
They probably will.
Yeah, I
God,
will.
that's the worst.
Well, I don't know. Could they read
Fan
what you
fiction. Oh no, fan fiction. This is just fan fiction already.
What we're doing here, it's fanfic.
This is that one part.
This entire
No, that one part you're talking about?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's fan fiction.
Well, I would say
that got merged.
Actually, the entire all the books of Moses, they're all merged. There are 4 different
Oh,
authors.
that's right.
Yeah.
So
So
that's weird. Sometimes
just the one guy, or maybe 2 guys, maybe a bunch of dudes, put it all together.
yeah. Huh. Anyways, Council of Nicaea or whatnot.
Yeah. What? Council.
No, that was
Nicaea?
much later.
Oh.
That you're thinking New Testament,
My
and
bad.
they didn't even put together the New Testament there. They were just kind of like, what do we like?
Yeah.
They didn't
good.
like.
What do
They deemed
like?
some books heretical, but they didn't put together a canon.
Man, we haven't even scratched this chapter yet.
Yeah.
Let's continue. Let's. Sorry for jumping.
For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast. And against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you. and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you, when I smite the land of Egypt. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel.
Whoa.
So if you've ever eaten bread on Passover, your soul is cut out from Israel.
Good.
Damn.
Like, the thing is, like, as Jews, we can go to Israel for free, right? Or something like that.
We can do it.
Go-
Go
go-
like 30 or something.
Yeah, like go on like birthright or something.
Yeah.
If I get there, I'd be like, this one time on Passover, I ate leavened bread.
What is leaven?
I don't know.
Bread that's been allowed to rise.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
so you can eat flatbread during Passover.
Yes. And crackers.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the crackers were allowed to rise.
No.
Oh.
But anyways,
Why?
yeah, I've eaten plenty of bread. So, and they're like, get out of here,
vanished.
you heathen.
Immediately vanished.
Your soul has been cut off. Alright. And in the first day there shall be a holy convocation, and in the 7th day there shall be a holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread,
Hooray.
for in this selfsame day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generation by an ordinance forever. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread, until the 21st day of the month at even. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses, for whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he has been a stranger or born in the land. Ye shall eat nothing leavened. In all your habitations shall ye eat unleavened bread. Okay, I think
Wait.
Jeez.
So hold on.
only eat unleavened bread.
Right. They made that pretty clear.
I'm not sure. Would you mind repeating all of that again one
Yes,
more
I would
time?
mind.
I'm sure you would.
So it starts on the 10th day, and
Of
then
the first month, and then
on the 14th, that's Passover, and then after that
14th.
for a week.
yeah, is the start of Passover, and then Passover ends on the 21st.
Oh, right. So you have to be preparing for Passover on the 10th, from the 10th to the 14th, and then on the 14th,
Hmm.
for a week, you don't eat
Leavened bread.
leavened bread. Yeah.
So, leavened bread is apparently bread that raises naturally if left out. It doesn't have to be eaten.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
So that's what leavened bread is.
Oh,
I want
like,
some leavened bread.
like wheat.
It just rises on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that from my days at Jimmy John's. Yeah.
That's great.
You learned it.
Yeah,
Well,
I learned a thing.
Lawrence here used to be high up in the sandwich hierarchy. At Jimmy
Yeah,
John's.
I used to be a GM at
Yeah.
Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
He quit it
I got
so
a
that he
joke
could
job
pursue
from him. That was fun.
atheism on YouTube.
No, I quit because it's a bunch of bullshit.
And they didn't pay enough.
They really didn't.
was
Like,
less-
and as a GM, everything was my fault.
It is your fault.
Yeah, exactly.
You suck so bad.
And I definitely did not get paid for those like 30 hours of overtime I worked every week,
Yeah.
just to make sure the store didn't burn down because they kept sending me incompetent managers.
Well, I think that they should have sent you competent managers.
I agree, but no.
No, they're always hiring and always firing.
Yeah.
Rock stars.
Alright. So basically, Don't eat leavened bread.
Yeah, basically.
Really, really don't.
And then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, Draw out and take you a lamb according to your families and kill the Passover. And you shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the 2 side posts with the blood that is in the basin, and none of you shall go out the door of his house until the morning.
Rituals.
Well, they're putting blood on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it gives
So
you the
now-
way,
now
like how to
God-
put blood on the door.
Yes, that's true. That's true. You got to dip it in this stuff.
Yep. For the Lord will pass through to smite upon the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the 2 side posts, the Lord will pass over the door.
You know, this is funny. Just pointing this out here.
Killing lambs is funny? You fucking asshole.
Oh, jeez, no, it's not what I meant. But I think it's funny that God has before either completely forgotten to spare the Israelites from the plague, totally was capable of specifying who they were previously, and now he needs assistance again.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, he just
way
can't remember
inconsistent.
who they are. He's
It's
God.
like, he was fine the last few plagues. He spared Goshen,
Yeah, like,
which is where all the Israelites were. And by the way, they haven't mentioned Goshen for a while.
Well, this is like a final weeding out, right?
Yeah,
Because
this is
any
the-
of the people in Goshen who aren't really faithful aren't going to sacrifice a lamb and like spread its
So
blood
this
all over
is
their
testing the people who he knew would already be capable of fulfilling faith? What?
he
Hold
knew
on.
who was already fully faithful and who wasn't. He
So
already
this-
he should know that.
This
He's
is like
just
the
weeding
omnipotent scientist, like, let's test the pH. You already know the pH.
He's giving them the chance to do it themselves, and he's weeding out the ones who aren't going to be really righteous to his cause.
Bro, he knows who they are.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
but that's not the point.
He's
What is the
he-
point?
Just because you know the deterministic
Capitalism. There we go. That's the point. Thank you. I know it's not related.
Just because you know the deterministic outcome doesn't mean that things don't have to occur in order for that deterministic outcome to occur.
Sure, but
Okay.
why have them kill a lamb if you already know who they are?
Ways.
Yeah.
In mysterious
It's
ways.
just a really like difficult bullshit thing to go through, and
Not in those days, it wasn't.
There are lambs
it's
just
gonna-
everywhere.
You're just gonna slaughter a lamb and spread its blood all over your house. I mean, it'd sound ridiculous.
Religion, making people do crazy shit for thousands of years.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah.
Is to make them do crazy shit to prove that they're on his side.
Man, these tests of faith.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, with the pH testing, it's unnecessary. You know what's in it, dude.
Well, that's not the point.
There is no point.
Okay, let's not go down this fucking road. I know exactly where this is gonna go. This is gonna last forever.
We're good.
Let's continue reading.
No, we're good.
We all agree that Chris is wrong about everything.
Yes,
Yes.
we all agree.
Don't we, audience?
Yes, audience, don't we agree that Chris is wrong about everything all
Jeez,
the time?
guys. It's always got to throw me in. What am I, the comic relief? I think
Yes.
so.
You're the butt of all the jokes on this channel.
I mean,
Wow.
yeah.
To be fair, not all of them were our fault.
Or bad.
Yeah.
Lawrence,
What?
it's not even halfway through.
Not even
So?
halfway through.
Let's continue then.
Continue through this long chapter. Alright, so...
He just told you how to prepare things.
Yeah.
So are you on 23?
For the Lord will pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the 2 side posts, the Lord will pass over the door, and will not suffer the destroyer to come into your houses to smite you. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever.
I like how they called him the Destroyer.
No, this is really interesting, though. Like just the wording of this, and the Lord will pass over the door and will not allow the destroyer to enter your houses to strike you. So he has
A destroyer.
yes, he has a destroyer
God's
with him.
destroyer.
He has like an angel or something smiting things. So God is he's like leading the way, checking all the houses, and
Well, he can't dirty his hands doing it himself, obviously.
because
that
that
one
would be
time.
wrong. Except for that one time and those other times in the future.
You can't kill your business competitor, but you can hire the mafia to do it for you. That's just fine.
Morals.
Yeah.
I have too high moral character for this. You do it.
And it shall come to pass when ye be come to the land which the Lord will give you according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service. And it shall come to pass when your children say unto you, What mean ye by this service? That ye shall say, It is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses, and the people bowed the head and worshipped.
Basically he's saying keep this thing going.
But not only that, but I believe that implies that they're supposed to paint their doors with lamb's blood every year on the Passover too.
Yeah, especially because they were talking about, I don't know, but it just says it should be a Memorial Day.
Yeah.
You know, if this was any longer, how many Memorial Days would there be?
There are a lot of memorials.
I know, like, are there any days that are just no celebrations occur?
Yes, I'm.
Plenty.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, do you mean like days on our calendar
I
where
meant,
no
like-
celebrations from anybody occur?
I wonder how many
Yeah.
people agree
I'm
with
sure
us
there's
about
at least
Chris
one.
being wrong about everything.
Nobody said anything about that. In fact, they were totally on my side. They're like, Cthulhu's gonna end everything. We're all fucked.
I think that
No,
person
same as
said
usual.
Yes.
Same as usual, and he says yes.
Yes. Well, thank you, yes, man.
He
You're
wasn't
the
talking.
best yes, man.
He wasn't talking to you.
Oh.
Ha.
How do you know?
Cause he's the one person was talking to him. You can,
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ! You
Let's
can see it.
continue.
You're never gonna finish this chapter.
We will eventually. I believe in you, Ruben.
You're gonna die. You're just gonna kick the bucket right here, right now. Before.
If you do, I'm not finishing this
Yeah, we're,
chapter.
we're gonna move on if you just die. Just so you know.
And the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne, to the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of the cattle. Oh man, this is a lot longer than I thought.
I told you.
And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night, and said, Rise up, and get you forth from among my people, both ye and the children of Israel, and go serve the Lord as ye hath said. And also take your flocks and your herds, as ye have said, and be gone, and bless me also. And the Egyptians were urgent upon the people, that they may send them out of the land in haste. For they said, We be all dead men. We be all dead men. That's very piratey.
It is. It is
Exodus
pretty
32. We be all dead men. Yeah. See, we should remember quotes like that.
12:32.
Well, that's much better than mine.
Oh, what's you got?
Take your flocks and your herds, as you have said, and be gone, and bless me also.
Mine says bless me also. It's 33.
Oh, okay.
sorry.
And the Egyptians were urgent upon the people, that they might send them out of the land in haste. For they said, We be all dead men.
Yeah, that one's a lot cooler. Mine says, we shall all be dead.
That's lame.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck.
This is super lame. God, thanks, English.
Yeah.
Why'd you gotta go nomenclature it up over
Yeah,
here?
come on.
Screw English. What a terrible language.
We should do a translation where we pick the coolest translation.
Yeah. Alright, if you want to fund the Milwaukee Atheist's coolest translation of the Bible,
Just gonna be
or
filled
donate.
with badassness.
It'd be really fun if people just, like, you know, said we have Bibles and sent them in. That'd be cool. We could review your Bible.
We don't even have a P.O. box. We should get one of those.
You should get one of those.
Just put Chris's address on.
Don't do it.
That's a bad idea.
That's the worst idea you've
Why?
ever had. It's always a bad idea. Anyways.
Yes, I suppose. And the people took their dough before it was leavened, their kneading troughs being bound up and their clothes upon their shoulders. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses, and they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required. And they spoiled the Egyptians, and the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Succoth, about 600,000 on foot that were men, besides children.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, what?
So
That's a lot of guys.
We're talking about a mass migration of at least 1.2 million people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no evidence of that today.
Nope, not even a
You'd
bit.
think if, like,
Because there have been many big migrations, and we have evidence for every last one of them.
yeah, because people did stuff and dropped stuff along
Exactly.
the way.
Like, there's so much, like, pottery and shit, and, like, bone. Like, you can find bones, too. It's just, holy fucking shit. There's, like,
So if
no
a
evidence for
million
this one.
or more people left Egypt here at this historical point during the reign of Ramses II.
Probably Ramses II.
Probably Ramses II. You'd think there'd be something left.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there isn't.
Yeah,
Dun-dun-dun. Okay.
there were a bunch of big migrations after that. Then we have evidence for those.
Oh, fair enough.
And a mixed multitude went up also with them, and flocks and herds, and even very much cattle. And they baked unleavened cakes out of the dough which they brought forth out of Egypt, for it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt and could not tarry, neither had they prepared for themselves any victual. Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years, and it came to pass at the end of...
They were in Israel. Or
Oh.
the people of Israel were in Egypt for 430 years.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So now hold on. This does lead evidence to suggest why the other children of God, Abraham and Israel, were forgotten. Because it was like 300 years since them, basically.
Yeah. We told you at the beginning of Genesis.
Yeah, at the beginning of Exodus that they forgot.
Exodus, yeah.
That it was so much time had passed that they had forgotten about them. And now this explains that, because to me,
That's a lot of time.
it needed to be a decent amount of time, and this tells you at least how long they were there.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. All right, keep going.
And it came to pass at the end of the 430 years, even the selfsame day, it came to pass that all the hosts of the Lord went out from the land of Egypt. It is a night to be much observed unto the Lord for bringing them out of the land of Egypt. This is the night of the Lord to be observed of all the children of Israel in their generations. And the Lord said unto Moses and Aaron, This is the ordinance of Passover. There shall be no stranger eat thereof.
There shall be no alien eat thereof. That's what I got.
I want to believe.
It's true. It's right there.
But every man's servant that is bought for money, when thou hast circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof. A foreigner and a hired servant shall not eat thereof. In one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth aught the flesh abroad out of the house, neither shall ye break a bone thereof. And the congregation of Israel shall keep it. And when a stranger shall sojourn with thee, and will keep the Passover to the Lord, let all his males be circumcised, and then let him come near and keep it. And he shall be as one that is born in the land. for no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. One law shall be to him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourneth among you. Thus did all the children of Israel. As the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass the selfsame day that the Lord did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their armies. So basically, it's just like, yo, if anyone wants to eat on the Passover, they gotta be circumcised.
Yeah, yeah. And then they got out of Egypt.
Yeah.
But now they're just in the desert now.
Dessert, everyone's favorite.
Yeah, I love dessert. I'm going to read on. All right, let's catch up with some comments. Let's see what we got going on here.
Not much. People talking to each other with poor grammar and apologizing.
Oh my God.
You don't have to apologize for poor grammar. They got that in this
We got
book.
this covered. This is all the poor grammar you could possibly want.
Yeah, and remember to drop a like on the video if you guys are enjoying it. All right,
Yeah.
let's continue. Chapter 13.
Chapter 13. Now this is where it really gets exciting.
Yes, it becomes a really sexy, hot story.
I don't like your
What?
phrasing. Are we in the 80s or something where the word sexy means cool again?
Is that what it meant in the 80s?
Yeah.
What?
We weren't around then, I know that.
No, but we've seen plenty of 80s movies. I don't remember that ever being used as cool.
Look, go ask my dad afterwards, I promise. That was used. It's weird.
Yeah, because I'll take your dad's opinion on what cool
Fine,
was.
ask another old person. Jesus.
Okay, let's continue. The Lord,
62. He's older.
the Lord said to Moses, consecrate to me all the firstborn. Whatever is the first to open the womb among the people of Israel, both of man and of beast, is mine. Shit.
That says a lot.
Oh, that sucks.
Then Moses said to the people, remember this day in which you came out of Egypt, out of the house of slavery, for by a strong hand the Lord brought you out from this place. No leavened bread shall be eaten.
Hold on. All right, old person. Tell us, did they ever say the word sexy in tandem with the word cool? Like they were the same, they were synonymous? You gotta let us know in the comments. We need to know that. Thank you. All right, please continue.
Okay. But yeah, here he's basically saying that. Oh wait, hold on. That yeah, it's just as important that God got the people of Israel out of Egypt, and it's just as important as not eating leavened bread.
Wow, that's which
They're on the same level
he
of
really made that
importance.
important. That was really important.
Well, leavened bread is so important.
Super
Would
important.
you ever eat leavened bread?
Yes.
I think we have.
Oh,
A
yeah,
lot.
All the time.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Like almost exclusively.
Hooray.
What?
I said hooray.
Yippee.
Okay. Today, in the mouth of Abib.
Yeah.
Okay.
Abib.
Abib, you are going out. And when the Lord brings you into the land of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, which he swore to your father to give you. Wait, did I skip both? No, I
No,
didn't.
you're
Okay.
good.
To give you a land flowing with milk and honey. You shall keep this service in this month. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread. Okay.
Again?
So I don't know if this is just like another author type thing or if it's just the same author restating again, making it very clear that this is how it should be celebrated.
Well, I think they already made it.
Incredibly clear. I know.
All right, so it's clarified for you here. Yeah, he remembers it being used.
The word sexy?
Yeah, he says he kind of remembers it between the sexy Coke that everyone was using in the 80s.
The sexy coat?
Coke.
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 Yeah, Coke.
Yeah.
Like Coca-Cola.
Yes, which had cocaine in it originally.
Yeah.
Not in the 1980s.
And I know, originally, not in the 1980s.
Is the original Coke illegal?
I think
Yeah.
No, you
'cause-
can buy it as a collector's piece, couldn't you? You could get
Is it illegal to
maybe.
drink the original Coke?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm guessing
These
yes.
are important questions of our time.
Are you thinking about getting some
No! Why would I want to do that?
just to try?
I've had the opportunity in past. I'm good.
to have original Coke?
Yeah.
You've never had the opportunity to have
Original Coke.
Yeah.
Who did you know?
My art teacher in middle school.
Your art teacher had original Coca-Cola.
Uh-huh.
Your art
She had a
teacher-
collection of all the Coca-Colas back to the original, and it was not opened.
And
Your art teacher in middle school wanted to give cocaine-laced Coca-Cola to a middle school.
I don't think she wanted to. I
said
just
you
said
had
I
the
had to. Yeah, I
opportunity.
could have grabbed it and opened it. That's an opportunity. Prove me wrong. Ugh.
That's theft.
Whatever. It's also consuming cocaine, apparently. So,
yeah.
you know, you're already screwed
You're
up.
already
Your
breaking the law.
prerogatives are already fucked if you're deciding to do this. All right, please continue.
7
Sorry.
days you shall eat unleavened bread, and on the 7th day there shall be a feast to the Lord. Unleavened bread shall... Me too. Unleavened bread shall be eaten for 7 days. No unleavened bread shall be seen with you, and no leaven shall be seen with you in all your territory. Wow, these guys are just haters
Haters gonna
of
hate.
bread. You shall tell your son on that day, it is because of what the Lord did for me when I came out of Egypt. Huh. Well, my parents didn't come out of Egypt.
Did they
My
tell
grandparents
you?
didn't come out of Egypt. My grandparents told me all this shit. But yeah, so I should point this out to them and be like, hey, stop bullshitting. He didn't get you out of Egypt.
Yeah.
And it shall be to you as a sign on your hand and as a memorial between your eyes. What? That the law of the Lord may be in your mouth.
Oh.
Okay? For with a strong hand the Lord has brought you out of Egypt. Jesus Christ.
This is some weird phrase.
You shall therefore
Wait,
keep this
wait.
statute at its appointed time from year to year. What are you looking at there, buddy? What are you hmming about?
What the hell is 13:9 about? Why would you phrase it that way?
And it shall be to you as a sign on your hand and as a memorial between your eyes, that thing.
Yeah.
And the law of the Lord may be in your mouth. Yeah, I have no idea. I have absolutely no fucking clue what.
Like,
It's a metaphor. It's a
lost.
metaphor. I don't know what it's a metaphor for, but it's a fucking metaphor.
It's a metaphor for metaphors. Wow. That's a
metaphor.
metaphor.
That's
Can you
so-
punch Chris?
Yeah.
No.
Thanks. When the Lord brings you into the land of the Canaanites, as he swore to you and your fathers, and shall give it to you, you shall set apart to the Lord all that first opens the womb. All the firstborn of your animals that are males shall be the Lord's. You know,
Okay.
this is very interesting. God has forgotten all this time about the Jews, and then he's all like, hey, I'm going to keep my promise now, 400 years later.
That's no time for him.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, haven't you seen sci-fi?
Or maybe that's all the time for him.
Whoa.
It could be all the time for him.
Oh.
It could be incredibly long because he
Wow.
experiences everything.
That's insane.
Yeah,
What if he just loops around a whole bunch?
he could do that,
Yeah, there you
Why?
go.
presumably.
Why
Why
not?
isn't he just constantly screaming?
This is the best he could do.
This is the best he could do. This is the word of God. It was just screaming. We translated it to this somehow.
Yeah.
It's like, you scream so elegantly, Lord.
Oh my.
Every firstborn of a donkey you shall redeem with a lamb, or if you will not redeem it, you shall break its neck.
Mine's, wow.
Yeah.
Of every firstling of an ass thou shalt redeem with a lamb.
And
That's terrible phrasing.
then right after that.
Yeah, it says what you say.
Okay. Every firstborn of a man among your sons you shall redeem. And when in time to come your son asks you.
What
Wait,
is
what?
this?
And when in time to come your son asks you, what does this mean?
Mine says, what is this?
Oh, okay.
That's why I asked.
Oh, okay. You shall say to him, by a strong hand the Lord brought us out of Egypt from the house of slavery. For when Pharaoh stubbornly refused to let us go, because fucking God
made him
hardened his
stubborn.
heart a whole shit ton of, like half the times it was
that
God's
was
fault.
God refusing to let you guys go.
Yeah, like
Be accurate
some
if
bullshit.
you're going to say that.
The Lord killed all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both the firstborn of man and the firstborn of animals. Therefore I sacrifice to the Lord all the males that first opened the womb, but all the firstborns of my sons I redeem. Ugh. Yawned. What it's...
How exciting.
Yes. Yes. Wow, this entire fucking chapter so far has just been... This is...
We got 2 viewers.
We got 2... Exactly. Holy shit.
It's been so bad.
Oh, this fucking chapter.
It's been so bad that I don't think anyone can retain interest. I'm sorry.
I completely understand. Yeah,
Hey,
because
guys,
it's all
fine.
just about how much the Jews love God right now.
Yeah.
And they just keep repeating, he brought us out of Egypt. He brought us out of Egypt.
He's doing it.
Break
He's
a
doing
donkey's
it.
neck.
He's doing it.
Oh, thank you, God. You're so great.
Yeah, I'm sure our quality commentary is totally helping. Anyways.
It shall be as a mark on your hand or frontlets between your eyes. What is up with all this?
Also,
What?
we have no idea what's going on.
What's a frontlet?
I don't know.
Or frontlets between your eyes. For by a strong hand the Lord brought us out of Egypt. They already said that before too.
And for frontlets
This is
between the...
the doublet shit I was talking about. Different authors. I'm convinced.
Thanks for still being here.
Yeah, thank you. You're the real MVP.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't even know what half this shit fucking means. What's a frontlet?
What is a frontlet?
It's not in there. We're not going to check.
We're not going to check it in there.
No, fuck it. Let's go on.
Oh, let's go on.
When Pharaoh let the people go, God did not lead them by way of the land of the Philistines, although that was near. For God said, lest the people change their minds when they see war and return to Egypt. All that, destroy all of Egypt, and they'd be like, well, hopefully they don't change their minds.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll let us back in.
But God led the people around by the way of the wilderness toward the Red Sea, and the people of Israel went up out of the land of Egypt.
Yeah, it's exciting.
I also didn't get enough sleep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wake up, bitch.
Time to put on your makeup.
Equipped for battle. That's how that sentence ends.
Oh,
Equipped for battle.
Yes.
Yes.
Moses took the bones of Joseph with him, for
Wow.
Joseph had made the sons of Israel solemnly swear, saying, God will surely visit you, and you shall carry up my bones with you from here. Did you remember
when
that?
did you do
'Cause
that?
I don't remember
I
that.
totally don't.
Wait a minute.
Are you checking?
Wait
Because I don't
a
fucking
minute.
remember that.
I don't remember this
When
either.
Joseph died, so that's Exodus, and he died in like the last chapter of Genesis. What are you looking at?
Did everyone forget about Joseph? No, just the Pharaoh forgot about Joseph.
Oh.
So that's fine.
Okay, gotcha.
I was about to be like,
Contingency.
How did anyone remember about this stupid
how the hell
phone?
did anyone... First of all, it's been like 400 some years.
Yeah.
And second of all, who's going to remember what he said about this very specific thing when barely anyone remembers him
Yeah.
anyway?
And it's... Do you remember him saying that? I don't remember him
No.
saying that.
No,
Never.
I don't remember him saying that.
Right. All right. Where the hell am I?
I don't
Right,
know.
okay. And they moved on from Succoth and encamped at Etham
This chapter sucks.
on the edge of the wilderness. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead them along the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, that they might travel by day and by night. The pillar of cloud by day and the pillar of fire by night did not depart from the people, or from before the people.
What a miracle.
Yeah,
So-
fires and clouds. What if it was a cloudy day?
It's a pillar of light in a cloud, so you'd still see the pillar of light in the clouds. For more than one.
Well, there's a pillar of fire, not a pillar of light.
Yeah.
Well, in the day, it's a pillar of light.
Yeah. No.
No.
At night it's a pillar of
Of
fire,
fire.
and in the day
It's
it's
a
a
pil- it
pillar of
says-
clouds.
You're right, it's just a pillar of clouds. I don't know. If it's cloudy, they're kind of screwed, I guess.
No.
Cloudy with a chance of we lost God's pillar and stranded ourselves in the desert.
There's a literal pillar of fire. I mean, why?
I don't know.
No, but I'm just saying, if it's really cloudy and you go as a cloud, how are they supposed to follow you?
Like I said, cloudy with a chance of we're lost in the fucking desert.
Maybe that's what happened.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they were there for so
Why
long.
they wandered around for so long. God, could you be a little more helpful? Please. We keep losing that cloud pillar.
Hey, if you're enjoying the stream, give it a like.
You're
and
not.
Share it with your buddies.
Yeah, you're probably not. This is
the
that
worst
was
one.
that like
Your whole comment just made the new guy leave. Come on.
Wow.
I know it's not that live, but all right. So we got one more for you, and it sucks.
Yes.
It's long.
yes, chapter 14.
Oh, jeez.
That's your job.
I gotcha. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel that they turn back and encamp before, what's this?
Pehahira.
Pihahiroth. Of course.
Yeah.
Betweeneth Migdol and the sea, before, oh, come on.
Balls of fun.
Balzaphan. These names.
I'll tell you where my balls of fun.
That's no. Okay. Over against it shall ye encamp by the sea. The Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, they are entangled in the land, the wilderness hath shut them in. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart. Why? He hadn't been doing that forever.
You don't need to harden Pharaoh's heart at this point.
It's okay.
Like, you've already killed
This
his
guy is
son
so
and destroyed
hardened.
the nation.
You kill a lot of people.
You really do.
You know, when you think of somebody who's like toughened up, you know, that's their heart hardening or whatever. This guy's just got maximum grit, maximum like witheredness from like battle. He looks battle worn. He's got everything possibly bad for him in the way that his heart is hardened, because otherwise he wouldn't be like this dumb. Seriously.
Eat some Honey Nut Cheerios, man.
Doesn't help.
I really fucking hate Honey Nut
It
Cheerios.
lowers your
No,
damn
it hasn't been
cholesterol.
proven. It just maintains your current cholesterol. I told you.
That's bullshit.
No, look it up. They can't even say that
But
legally anymore.
advertising.
They legally can't say it anymore.
This is capitalism. Advertising would never lie to me.
Totally. Go on, Chris.
Chris, carry on.
Okay. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and he shall follow after them, and I will get me honor upon Pharaoh and upon all his host, and the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, and they did so.
This is such fucking bullshit. So he hardens Pharaoh's heart.
Hark!
Heart.
I just like saying hark.
Okay. A bunch of times. And then when finally Pharaoh's like, fine, leave this land, go worship your God. And
He hardens his
then he hardened his heart again, and he's like, and then he just makes Pharaoh follow them. He is specifically leading Pharaoh to his own death. He knows it. He's a fucking asshole. Fuck this
he's
God.
Doing it for the purpose of leading Pharaoh to his own death.
Exactly.
Yeah, see? That's why...
He's a fucking ass.
Jerk.
Fuck God.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a douchebag.
New t-shirt. Fuck God. Get it now. One available.
I'm sure it's been done before.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I'm sure it has. But not as well as this one. This one's red and black.
And also in Comic Sans.
Yeah. The font of champions.
The font of champions.
You're the one who always fake recommends it, Ruben.
I legitimately recommend
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Quiet then. All right. And they did so. And it was told the king of Egypt that the people were fled, and the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants was turned towards the people. And they said, "What is this we have done, that we have let Israel go away from serving us?" And he made ready his chariots and took his people with him. And he took 600 chosen chariots and all the chariots of Egypt. So he's got 600 chosen ones and all of them.
Yeah. with
I don't know why this is so funny. This is terrible.
It's like a 2-year-old talk.
You could think of 30 guys and all with the guys. Oh, okay, dude. I get that you're 5 or whatever, but Jesus Christ. This was written by somebody meant to be read and sung, or... Whew, that's bad. Okay. And the captains over all of them. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he pursued after the children of Israel, for the children of Israel went out with a high hand.
They flipped him the bird.
Maybe.
This says that they were going out defiantly.
No, they weren't. They had permission.
They did.
That's a lie.
And the Egyptians pursued after them. All of the horses and chariots of Pharaoh and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them in encampment by the sea. Beside Pi-Haroth, or Pi-Haroth. God,
I love watching Chris struggle right now.
It is a struggle.
in front of Baal-Zephon.
There you
Yay. Well, that one's easier. And Pharaoh drew nigh. The children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians...
Behold!
Yeah, behold.
Oh,
go. I didn't get a
Egyptians-
single behold.
I'm sorry. Well, nobody else got any hardening hearts either.
Yeah.
This must be that author again.
No, I don't even know.
I don't even know. All right. The Egyptians were marching after them, and they were sore afraid. Really? Okay. And the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord, and they said unto Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness?
That's clever. I like that.
Yeah. It's not bad for how bad this is. Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us, to bring us forth out of Egypt? It is not this word that we spoke unto thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? Question mark.
Question mark.
Oh. For it were better, didn't misphrase that, for it were better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness. And Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand alone, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will work for you today. Frazzle, frazzle.
He's working that salvation.
He's doing it. Awesome. And Moses said unto the people, blah, blah, okay, hold on. Today. For whereas ye have seen the Egyptians today, ye shall see them again no more forever. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Lord will fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. And the Lord said unto Moses, wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel, that they go forward, and lift thou up thy rod, and stretch out thy hand over the sea, and divide it. And the children of Israel shall go into the midst of the sea on the dry ground, and I, behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians even more. Oh boy.
This fucking guy. This fucking guy.
And they shall go upon in after them. And I will get me honor upon Pharaoh, and upon all his host, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. And I have twice as much to read from here on.
Oh no.
Hey man, 15's gonna suck. Whoever's reading that too. I think it's Begats.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's a song.
It's a psalm.
Yeah. Song. Which means you're gonna have to sing it, Ruben.
La 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 la.
Okay, never sing again. Just read it, okay, when we have to. That was the worst. I think Jake's better than you, and Jake's bad.
No, I think that was still better than Jake.
Really?
Yeah, so
I was in key.
I got a funny story.
No stories.
Yes, I got a funny story.
Oh.
So I was working with this dude named Jake.
And all the Egyptians shall know that I am Lord. No gossip. And when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen, and the angel of God, who when before the camp of Israel removed and went behind them, and a pillar of cloud removed from before them, and stood behind them, and it came between the camp. Where are we? Where are we? Before and befront, beheld, between? What's
That's
the
pretty
fuck?
straightforward.
No, this is terrible.
Okay, so then
Absolutely straightforward.
I don't care.
They're
He
going
went-
in the sea, and then the pillar and the angel choose to go behind them to be a barrier between them and the Egyptians that are coming in after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so they trapped the Egyptians between the oceans, the pillars, and themselves.
No,
They are the pillars.
no.
Wait, what?
No, they're
The people
keeping
are
the
going
Egyptians away.
through the Red Sea.
He's not even at that part yet.
Yeah.
They're going to the Red Sea,
Yeah.
and there's this pillar that moves from in front of Israel
I'm puzzled.
to in front of the Egyptians to kind of hold them off.
Yeah.
A pillar of cloud held them off.
It's
Yeah.
a fucking cloud
It's
pillar.
magic.
It's
You
probably like a
gotta
tornado or
explain shit.
something.
Concealing mist. No. What's that fog spell? It's level 3. You can't walk through it at full speed. You can only go
That's
half
not
speed.
how
Solid
it
fog.
works.
Solid fog. It's perfect. It's rolled that way. All D&D is based off of the Bible anyways. Come on.
Bad games are bad.
You're a bad game.
Yes, I
It's
am.
a poorly designed system.
All right, fine. And it came between the camp of Egypt and the camp of Israel, and there was the cloud and the darkness here. Whoa. Yet gave it light by night there, and the one camp not near the other, or near the other all the night. This is terribly phrased. Anyways, Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all the night. See, it's not as impressive as everyone makes it seem. He just made it so that there was less water in the area because the tide went back. I mean, there's no wall of water mentioned yet, is there?
It says right after that.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I think it is a wall of water. And divided, and the waters were
Yeah.
divided, and the children went to the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, it
So,
is
like,
as crazy
like this
as
whole
you're saying
shtick
it.
in the back here.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's-
Damn.
Like,
So I guess the movies didn't embellish as much as I thought they would with that one. Because sometimes the movies, like with the Moses movie, I know Moses did some neat stuff, but they added like magical Nephilim into the movie and a bunch of other stuff that was just weird.
Not Moses.
I'm sorry,
No.
Noah.
I was like, are you talking
The
about
Noah movie was weird like that,
I
but
thought you were talking about the Ten Commandments one. Who did that one? Mel Brooks? The Ten
I
Commandments?
think
I
so.
think so.
Okay.
There's a Monty Python one, right? They do that too. I don't know if Mel Brooks also did.
Maybe I'm switching them up.
All right.
Continue.
And the Egyptians pursued and went in after them onto the midst of the sea, the Pharaoh's horse and his chariots and his horsemen. And it came to pass in the morning watch that the Lord took forth upon the hosts of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of cloud, and what the fuck is that?
Troubled?
Discomforted?
Discomforted?
Yeah, is this discomforted? And discomforted the host?
The Egyptians.
Discomfited.
Yeah,
That's
it's not
weird.
discomforted.
And in the morning watch, the Lord in the pillar of fire and of cloud looked
And?
down on the Egyptian forces and threw the Egyptian forces into a panic.
Yeah, mine says way more than that.
Huh.
Mine says, it's not discomforted, it's discomfited the horse of the Egyptians, and he took off their chariot wheels and made them to drive heavily, so that the Egyptians said, "Let us flee from the face of Israel." So he knocked their wheels off their horses and made them scared. The Lord frighteneth.
The wheels off their chariots.
Yeah, the wheels
Not
up.
their horses. Their
Yeah.
horses.
Their
Their horses lost
Their
all their
horses
fucking wheels.
lost all their
Shit.
wheels. Oh no! Those
So
poor
much
horse
horsepower.
wheels. Sorry. Let's see.
26, I think.
And the Lord said unto Moses, "Stretch out that hand over the sea, and the waters may come back upon the Egyptians, upon the chariots, and upon their horsemen." And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to its strength when the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it, and the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen, even all of the hosts of the Pharaoh that went in after them into the sea. So he drowned them too somehow.
Yep.
All right. Vengeful,
Just
vengeful God.
let the water.
Yeah, he just
Yeah,
let the
yeah.
water fall.
Cool. What if there were guys like on boats that were like, let's try to fish them out afterwards, or are they just at the bottom of the sea now and they're kind
They're
of?
at the bottom of
There's
the
the
sea.
bottom of the
Doesn't even
sea.
look that deep. I don't know. All right, maybe it's really deep. It'd be
Nobody
impressive.
knows how to swim.
Yeah,
I guess.
nobody's ever been.
Nobody's ever.
No one's ever swam before.
That's
What?
new.
I mean, swimming wasn't common practice, I'm sure.
It's not mentioned yet, at least.
They live in the desert.
Right.
Why would they know how to swim? It's not useful to them.
There remained not so much as one of them. But the children of Israel walked upon the dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on the right hand and on the left. Thus the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. And Israel saw the great work which the Lord did upon the Egyptians. And the people feared the Lord, and they believed in the Lord and his servant Moses. Well, yeah.
Yeah, happy
Yeah.
ending.
Happy ending.
For Moses there.
lucky. They just murdered a bunch of innocent Egyptians.
So I was looking
And everyone
through-
was really happy about it, even the Egyptians.
Why
Yeah.
did you murder those Egyptians?
I just read a book, buddy.
Man.
So I was looking through this,
Why?
but just cause. And so the Ten Commandments are chapter 20. But then we get into like the laws, because people always talk about the Ten Commandments, But no, there's 613 laws that you continue through. And I cannot wait.
When are we there?
What?
When are we there?
Not next week.
Not next week?
The week after.
What do we got next week?
Next week we got 15.
What? They didn't believe in God before? Well, no, but this time they really believe.
While they're dead.
No, the Israelites.
Oh, okay, we're talking the Israelites, okay.
Not the poor Egyptians. Of course they didn't. That's why they're dead.
Man, dude. There are probably so many...
Red Sea's not that deep, is my guess. One guy asked, how deep was it?
Yeah, I have no clue.
I don't think it was that deep.
No.
I mean, if you can't swim, it could be 3 feet of water and they're fucked, okay?
Yeah, deep enough.
Yeah, so next week...
Also, they were scared. That didn't help.
15, 16, 17. I think we should do this a little differently because I want to hit the 10 Commandments by its... Like, I want to hit, like, some of the commandments and the laws by themselves.
When does that start?
20.
So
we got 15, 16, 17.
We could do 18 and 19 next week, too.
18, yeah. Although we don't have to do 19. 19 is Israel and Mount Sinai, so it's kind of the exact precursor.
We'll do
4 of them?
Yeah, we'll do 18, yeah.
Okay, we'll do 4 of them next week.
Yeah.
All right, we had up to 6 people while I was reading, which is a little better.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think we could wrap things up. You're tired. I'm acting weird today. I don't really know.
Well, let's get to. Are there any other questions in the chat? Because we're all cool. Well, you guys get some questions together if you have any. Also, remember, if you like what we do, make sure to click that like button. Really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you haven't. Share all this shit around. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. You know, all that good shit, all that good shilling shit. And we do still have shirts and mugs available on our Teespring. You can get all that shit there.
Well, no real questions. Just I got to them when they were there. So they were about what was going on at the time. Nothing now.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks again for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
And Ruben, you have to say something.
Nighty night.
Night. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Well, have a good one.
See ya.